Kevin Hart. Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yes.
Kevin Hart, I do his podcast.
Yes.
And I want y'all to re-listen to the podcast so you can hear it for yourself. When he first comes on, he says, you're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister. Okay? Then we do the podcast. We speak about the Tyler Perry situation. Oprah Winfrey, he said, I don't really know Oprah, but I'm going to reach out to Tyler. I appreciate that. Kevin kept his word. He reached out to Tyler Perry. Kevin Hart called me back about maybe a week or so later. He said, Mo, I talked to Tyler. He said he don't want to revisit it. He said, but I tell you what, let's move past that, Mo. Let's just move past that and let's just do great things. So whatever
That's what Kevin said.
I want you to hear me, Kevin Hart. Let's move past that, Mo. Let's do some great things together. Don't even worry about it. Whatever y'all want to do, I will partner with you. I'll executive produce with you. You just let me know what you want to do. Now, let me say that before we go any further, because I want to make sure I give Kevin Hart his proper credit. When my family was up against the wall, Kevin Hart wrote us a check and said, here you go.
Fred said, because somebody in the chat let Fred know that I've already reviewed the Tyler Perry part on the Millionaire Morning Show, so I do not want to review it again. This is the clip. The clip specifically addresses Kevin Hart, the same way that we broke down what was happening with D.L. Hughley. And so this is the part that we're going to play. If you want to see the opinion of what it is that I mean, what I believe with Tyler Perry, then go and watch the Millionaire Morning Show, where it goes back to the money. Now we're reviewing and we're getting a little bit more messy on After Hours. So this is what we're talking about, okay?
You go. We're forever grateful for that. When we were able to give it back, we said, brother, we appreciate you with some interest on top, because I don't ever want nobody to think
Feel like they
me and my
gave up.
husband. So I want to make sure I put that out there. That brother really helped us out when we needed to be helped out. Then when he came back with, I got you. I didn't ask Kevin Hart to do anything. He said, I'll executive produce. I'll partner with you. I said, good shit, Kevin, because we're in a deal with Endemol. And we're trying to get our talk show back. Mo, whatever it is, I got you. Now, Kevin Hart is one of the biggest entertainers right now in the world,
Correct.
right? And was then. We got off the phone with Kevin Hart. We called Endemol immediately and said, Kevin Hart said, whatever we want to do, he got us. He's going to partner, executive use. They was like, oh, this is incredible, because when you put Kevin Hart's name on it, you already know what it is.
Correct.
2 weeks go by. We get a call from Endemol. Endemol says, we just got a call from Kevin Hart's manager, Dave Becky. And Dave Becky said, Kevin doesn't want anything to do with Monique. So whatever she told y'all, he doesn't want to do anything with her, nothing. You know, he doesn't want any kind of relationship with Monique.
So what changed between the 2 weeks and when, and plus he gave you a check, you gave the money back, then
So Kevin, okay, so wait. So Kev loaned her money, was an intercessor on her behalf to support her and making phone calls to Tyler Perry and all of this, right? She's acknowledging this. She's saying that he gave her money. Now, I don't loan or give money or give any kind of financial support to anybody that I do not care for. That's just me. I don't give money and lend my support to anybody that I don't care for. You acknowledge that I supported you. I gave you a lifeline when you was broke and y'all was down and out. You then paid me back. Good shit. That means that you was a good person and you held it down also when you got your check back and you got your lick back and you started getting your money back up. That's where we at right now, okay? Let's continue.
said he would partner with you, executive produce, whatever you need, Mo. Hey, we got you. So what transpired, or what do you think transpired between then that 2 week period?
Well, soon as we got off the phone and they told us what Kevin's manager, David Becky, said, I called Kevin Hart immediately. I said, hey, baby, we just got off the phone with Endemol, and they said Dave Becky called them up and said, you don't want anything to do with me. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute. Are you okay, though, with this white man calling them up? getting in between our relationship after something you said. He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication, and we're going to talk Tuesday.
Why is everything a black and white thing? Obviously, Kevin has a relationship with this white man because the white man is, as she described it, because I don't know who this guy is his manager. And what I'm trying to understand before I get to the rest of this video is how come it's always a black or white thing, but within when it comes to the money, we always asking white people to send us a check for something that they want us to do, or we want to be on their platform. Why is it always a white man, or are you okay with that white man? Are you okay with this white man calling me and saying this to me? You know, I wish Kevin Hart was more like sometimes. Well, maybe it's why he's one of the great, like he's one of the biggest stars out right now, and you know his name ring bells and all of that is because he's not gonna do the thing that D.L. Hughley does, and he just kind of just be above it. He don't go back and forth. He not gonna always address it. He just gonna go and get his checks. He gonna get his money, and he gonna continue to run it up. I don't think Kev really. I think Kev really give a fuck, but I think that he got some good people around him that prevents him from actually just, you know what I'm saying, going in and going back and forth with people. But I also think that people see him as a target because they then look at him as weak and they feel comfortable saying some shit about him. So
Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again. So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, I'm like your mother. You said I'm like these things. I didn't ask you for that. So everything that baby was saying sitting here, everything he was saying was on the up and up, because when you hear people say, get the anger out your heart. Oh man, no one's saying he's lying. No one ever said I was lying. It's so easy to discount and devalue because of what we look like.
Right.
However, when it comes to Tyler Perry, I will not allow you to discount or devalue, because that is your voice on that audio. Remember on Good Times when Penny's mother was whooping up on her and she had recorded it? That's you on tape. So how does it go from you saying you're going to give me an apology to now I owe you an apology?
I thought that this was about Kevin Hart. Why are we getting into Tyler Perry?
What do you want an apology for?
What could I possibly owe you an apology for when you've admitted? See, when Lee Daniels says to me,
What? Wait a minute. I thought we were talking about Kevin Hart. Okay, so the summary of this is, and I'm gonna play some more. I'm gonna play it all the way through. I'm gonna play the entire clip. The summary of this is that, and this is just my theory, right? This is my theory. I do not know. The summary of this is that Kev wrote a check. He had great intentions. When he probably started asking around, or he started trying to do good shit for you, everybody was like, oh, no, you ain't about to get sued, Kev. You ain't about to be out here toxic. You ain't about to be out here on the street. You're not about to be out here fucked up. We're not about to let you fumble the company by associating yourself with something that's going to possibly go awry. We're not about to let you ruin your reputation by tying yourself to something that's not best for you. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. And so Kev decided that he wanted to remove himself from a toxic situation, and he has the right to do so.
because Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Now Taraji tore it up, baby. Listen here. However, I was offered that. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbert I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
And with no accountability because, oh, it's the great Tyler Perry. No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family. You've got to be accountable for that.
Is there any relationship between you and Tyler and you and Oprah currently?
No. When we have our juggernauts, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, these are our juggernauts of our community. These are the people that our babies say, when I grow up, I want to be that.
Yes.
I want to be like that. So we have to call those people to the mat and say, listen, what are you teaching our babies?
That we don't owe you a motherfucking thing. That we grinded, we hustled, we got to the point that we got to by our own hard work and doing what we do. And we're not about to let you fuck up a bag for us and fuck up our career and mess up what we got going on by you going out here with an axe to grind and you having an expectation for us to do something for you that you ain't even doing for yourself. Why you keep fucking calling me? Block. Why do I owe you something? Yo, when did Steve Harvey, as much as I think that Steve Harvey is a simp, when did Kevin Hart, any of these people, when did they owe her anything? Anything whatsoever? How does somebody owe somebody something? How do these people owe you anything? Here's my question. Talk about a night breaker. Here's my question. I think that Netflix put out that special just to show that she truly did not deserve $20 million. I think that Netflix put out that special just to prove that she does not deserve 20 M's. I'm telling you. They settled that shit and they put it out to be petty. I played it. It was absolute. D.L. Hughley was 100% right. It was the worst rated special of all time. I don't know not one person that will sit here and tell me that special was hitting, that it was slapping. Not one.